Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Saturday, the 12th of October. I nearly said September there. Oh, silly me. In my defence, I was reading and speaking at the same time, and I don't think my brain can cope with that this morning. And if you haven't already noticed, I am leaving a little bit more errors in my video. Just, I don't know why. I normally edit them out, but I'm leaving them in just to try and make people laugh a bit more, because I think in this society today, we need a little bit more of laughter, don't we? Everybody's so serious at the moment. So recently we've had this whole onslaught with regards to Meghan Markle and two major publications throwing shade at her, claiming that she's a bully. Now, we've seen this before with regards to the Sussex Survivors Club, when people who were working for them as part of the royal fold actually piped up and told the Times, i.e. Valentine's Low, actually she's a bully. And this was before the Oprah Winfrey interview aired, and it came out and it went around the world that she was a bully. No, I'm not a bully. Well, and I've done several videos on this. It seems that she's trying to claw back the narrative, and she's using children at the same time. It never gets old, does it? This whole I'm the victim narrative. Now, I've said this so many times on my channel. One of the main key characteristics to a narcissist is playing the victim. It's the one thing they do with absolute clarity. They will always twist the narrative and claim that they are the one that's being bullied. They are the one that is hard done by. Nobody else has it worse than them. And it seems she's used this tactic before, and she's gone ahead and used it again. So on the 2nd of October, which was last Wednesday, Meghan visited Girls Inc. of Greater Santa Barbara to help with a new digital wellness program called Social Media U that focuses on socializing without screens. Now remember, I've always said that it is my belief that Meghan Markle is a narcissist, and they love to play the victim, and they also like to make any scenario about themselves, and this was an absolute doozy. Now, this is what the CEO, Stephanie J. Hull of Girls Inc. said about the activity. It was with regards to tweens, okay? So there were tweens there. We did an activity where we talked through a bunch of scenarios, and Meghan talked about being one of the most bullied people in the world. We had girls wave these little emoji signs and talk about how each one of these scenarios would have impacted them emotionally. So that's right, Meghan Markle is squarely putting herself in the limelight of these young girls going, I'm the most bullied person in the world. Now, she's tried this tactic before. It was almost to the day 4 years ago where she said that she was the most trolled person in 2019. And I did this video at the time. It was published on the 11th of October 2020, and I proved her wrong, that she wasn't the most trolled person in 2019. Now, this was part of a podcast to mark World Mental Health Day. Again, just kind of cementing herself squarely in the centre of everything that is important, where she went on a podcast called Teenage Therapy, again using young, impressionable teens to ram down that victim narrative. And she said that in 2019 I was the most trolled person in the entire world, male or female. 8 months of that, I wasn't even visible. I was on maternity leave with the baby. But what was able to be manufactured and churned out, it's almost unsurvivable. It's so big that you can't even think of what that feels like. That was back in 2020. And it seems she's up to her old tricks yet again, but this time using even younger children. Even children are not exempt from her self-victimization and harping on about what she went through. To be honest, I don't think she knows the difference between not liked and being bullied. Can you imagine if those young girls are sitting there and they're going through a situation themselves, and then she pops up and says, well, I was the most bullied person in the entire world. Nobody's got it worse than I have. She's completely diminished what those girls would be going through by trying to go, well, look, I'm just like you. She's ultimately said, no, nobody's got it as bad as I have, so no. It's not a game of one-upmanship at all. She could have quite easily sat down and said, you know what? I know how it feels like, and leave it as that. But no, she has to make it all about herself. Anybody going through a certain situation that they think that is totally unsurvivable, as far as that was her words, not mine, would actually look inside with a little bit of self-reflection and go, is this something that I'm doing? Is there something that I can change? How do I change this narrative? How do I empower myself to rise above this and actually do better? But no, Meghan Markle just writes the same thing over and over again and spouts the same thing. And quite frankly, as harsh as this may sound, I think she's brought it completely on herself. The way that they have gone so dramatically and so viciously after the royal family, and quite frankly bullied one of the most loved people in the entire world, i.e. the late Queen, that can never ever be forgotten. Both her and Harry completely broke the Queen and Prince Philip's heart. And then they didn't get a chance to say goodbye. They didn't get a chance to make things right. Even though that they were invited to Balmoral, they didn't take that opportunity. So effectively, the Queen and Prince Philip died thinking the world thought that they were bullies. Now, any rational person would see through all of this malarkey and say, well, no, because again, it's the victim mentality and it doesn't stack up. And I've covered this so many times on this channel, on the fact that Meghan Markle lies through her teeth, in my opinion. It is Harry and Meghan's own behaviour that has alienated people against them. And I'm sorry, love, but your victim card has been well and truly declined. What really gets me even more angry is the fact that these photos and this story was sat on for 9 days and then released one day after the media reported that the Princess of Wales has made an unexpected appearance alongside the Prince of Wales, as in Prince William, to visit the families of the Southport victims. Now remember this, the word is victims. Now, if you don't know what the Southport, you don't know what happened, it was a terrible, terrible thing that happened here in the UK, and it caused riots. And Catherine and William have visited the families of the victims, and they also spoke to emergency responders who helped at the scene of the devastating attack that happened in Southport earlier this year. They are real victims, not Meghan Markle. But I do find it rather funny and curious, and no, I don't really, to be perfectly honest, because it's the same MO, isn't it? She always tries and outdoes somebody in the royal family. And again, it's happened. But she's piping up and saying, I'm the victim, nobody's got it as bad as I have. And it's stunts like this that actually really up her people's dislike of her. If you actually look on Ranker, now they do polls of who's the most disliked celebrity. And although 2024 is not over yet, she's number 2. She's just behind Sean Combs, P. Diddy. Because of stunts like this, in my personal opinion. Incidentally, Harry's number 4. But hey, 2024 is not over yet. And a lot of people are saying that rehashing this old victim narrative and saying that she's one of the most bullied people in the world is actually exploiting children because she's using them for publicity and she's not citing her evidence correctly. She isn't the most bullied person in the world at all. Correction. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. She is one of the most bullied people in the world. Well, she's one of the most disliked. That I agree with. Only Meghan Markle could try and turn people against the reports that she is the bully to say that, no, I am the bullied. That right there is the absolute epitome of a narcissist. And doing it in front of impressionable children is deplorable. So this 40-year-old woman is sat in front of impressionable children going, oh, I'm one of the most bullied people in the world. Oh, woe is me. And quite frankly, do something positive. Do something truly altruistic. And the tides might change. Opinion might be a little bit more positive, but she can't do that, can she? Because she's stuck on this victim hamster wheel. Didn't work in 2020 and it's not working now because especially now more and more people have spoken up against her behaviour and come forward and spoken to the Hollywood Reporter and the Daily Beast and the Times, Valentine Low, and said, actually, she's not being bullied. She is the bully herself. Let's call it what it was, huh? It was exploiting children for her own personal photo op while playing the humongous victim card. And then conveniently releasing these photos and PR press releases to overshadow William and Catherine's very significant visit with genuine victims. There is no comparison between the two levels of victims whatsoever. So I would like to know what you all think about this. Do you think that this was a masterclass in PR disaster because of the timing of the photos, because of what she said? Do you think she's genuinely a victim? Do you think that it's just harping on the same things over and over again? When she didn't cite herself properly in 2020, she's just rehashing that same narrative. And that's what narcissists do. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.